If a picture is worth 1,000 words, a bobblehead reminder of your pet is even more special. Look at my dog Rocky I've created. And watch this. He's got a springy neck, so his head actually bobbles like he does, actually. So let's take a look at what all we need to make it. You're going to need some pretty large photos of your pet, depending on what size you want to make them. You'll also need some felt embellishments, some chenille stems, jumbo chenille stems, thick craft glue, white acrylic paint, and some rubber cement. You'll also need a foam egg and some wire cutters. So to get started, the first thing you're going to do is to paint the egg. And I'm using kind of a stiff, scruffy brush today. And even though Rocky's white, I wanted him to be consistently white with the chenille stems, so everything matched up. And you would just put a coat of paint on your entire egg and then set it aside to dry. Now you would choose the color of your own pet. I know not everybody has a Rocky dog like me, so you want to choose the color of your pet. The next thing you're going to do is take a piece of white foam and then glue your pet's head to the foam. And you may need a different color of foam as well. It's just like the paint. So I like to just put a coat of glue right onto the right onto the foam, and then spread it out. And I know that I'm putting out a larger patch of glue than I need, but rubber cement, when it dries, is easy to rub off with your fingers. So I just want to make sure that I get all of the edges. Now you would just leave this to dry, and then, like I said, you would just rub it with your finger and it would come right off. And then you're going to cut it out. So I've already got some ready to go here. And that was my little miniature piece to show you. This is what mine look like. And to make the bobble part of the head, you're going to need some white chenille stems. To make this, you're going to twist two pieces together, like so. And then, good thing chenille stems come in all different colors so you can make your own pet at home. Then for the third one, you're actually going to wind it around. I'm not twisting, I'm just winding it this time. Okay, and you would just do that for the entire length of the chenille stem, and then you have something just like this. The next thing you want to do is wind this piece around something round, like a skewer or the end of a paintbrush, whatever you want. And then it's going to kind of spring open, and that is okay. That's what you want. And then you can straighten out the ends. I'm going to leave that piece long, and then straighten out the other end. And then just use wire cutters to cut, because you're cutting through multiple wires. To glue the pieces together, you're going to trace around your pet's head a second time onto the foam and cut it out. And then put a nice amount of glue in the middle, and we're just making a sandwich for our spring, which we'll call the neck now. And then you may want to use some clothespins or something like that to hold it together, but we'll just set that aside to dry. Or you could put a couple books on top to keep it all sandwiched together. To create the legs, we're using this jumbo chenille stem. You'll probably need a couple of these, but I like to start by making the paw part and then coming up and determining how tall my dog stands. So Rocky's pretty short, so I'm just going to leave his legs pretty short. And then you'll want to repeat this 4 more times. And you need to save a little bit for the tail, of course. Rocky's tail is long and white and fluffy, and it has a little curl like that at the end, so that's what I'm going to do. Now for the neck part, you want to take your foam and give it a little bit of a smash down on the table, which kind of gives you a flat spot. And then I need my skewer again, and you're going to poke a hole right there. Now, if you look at the finished Rocky, he's got a collar on. So to make that, you'll take 2 more chenille stems in whatever colors you want. This is Rocky's bling collar. And then you'll twist that around. And then you'll want to glue your collar piece, collar charm on. And I brought some other embellishments right up here. If you take a look, I've got some flowers. I'm using this felt peace sign. You could use foam stickers, anything. And you could make some interchangeable ones for your pet. That'd be fun too, so he can have a different collar for every day. So now you're just going to take your leg pieces, and I'm just going to show you the basics here. And I accidentally put my hole for my leg in the wrong spot, but that's okay because the collar is going to cover that up. So I'm going to scoot over this time and make a spot for his leg. And then let's just check, and we'll put another one right here. Now, before you put those in, I would put a little bit of glue in so that those legs stay nice and secure. So let's take a look at the finished project. I want to show you a couple other details. You just finish out by sticking in the neck or gluing it, the tail, the other two legs, and then you can make a water bowl out of a foam disc with some sparkly foam and a little mat for him to lay on.